Hey you guys, so I am back with a full review of the Jesse's Girl line that you can get at Rite Aid or at jessesgirls.com. And there were three things if you watched the $20 makeup challenge and if you watched my first impressions of the line. The one thing that's missing is the glow stick lip gloss, which I don't really know where it is. It's somewhere in my pocketbook. Somewhere, I don't know. I have about 20 different lipsticks going on in my bag. Why? I don't know, but I do. Anyway, so let's get right into the review. So what I did was I used the primer for the eyeshadow as well as I used the primer for a different palette. I used the primer on the Too Faced Country palette because I wanted to see how the primer performed with the given product, and I wanted to see how it performed with a different product. So first things first, I wore both for 8 hours because I figure 8 hours is about the average time of the day that, you know, you're going to be wearing your makeup for a typical work shift, I guess you can say. So first things first, it worked great. With this particular palette, I did notice that there was some creasing by end day. And if you follow me on Instagram, I did take a picture of when I first did my makeup and it was fresh, and then I did a picture I think at about 4 hours in. I don't remember if I did a picture at the end day. I honestly don't. But at the end of 8 hours, actually at that point it was about 9 hours, like on my lid there was a little bit of creasing, not a lot, nothing too major, nothing too visible, especially because I have hooded eyelids. Because I have hooded eyes, it wasn't anything too major, but when I went like this to look and to examine, I did notice some creasing, nothing too major. Again, I used the primer with the Too Faced palette because, like I said before, sometimes, you know, given primers work best with their given makeup, and it did wonders on that palette as well. Again, after about 6 or 7 hours, I did notice some creasing, but again, I have hooded eyes. If you have hooded eyes, you can get away with that. But I think for this being a cheaper brand primer, for it to have lasted for about 6 hours with no creasing, no problem, nothing, I think that that's really, really awesome. And my eyelids are very oily. So, I love this. I like this. Let's get into the palette. The palette, one thing I will say is that I think I prefer using this palette with its given brush for a more intense color, because with my brushes I found that it kind of washed out the color. Even when I did the first impression, as I was looking back and editing the video, I did feel like the side that I used my brushes with, it really washed out the colors, but the side when I used the given brush, it was a lot more vivid and a lot more pigmented, and I like that. So I would definitely use this palette, but again, I would have to use the given brush. I don't think I could use this palette with my brushes without having to build and build and build and build and build. Again, still a better formula than BH Cosmetics by far. Finally, the lip gloss. First of all, when I was watching the video and like editing it, it really did look like a glow stick in the video. In person, it definitely shifts to that neon green glow stick kind of a vibe, but the tube doesn't look like an actual glow stick like it did on the camera, which I thought was just so cool to see it, you know, editing and playing back that first impressions video. I thought that was so cool. That lip gloss. Alright, so it didn't stick at all. Not throughout the day, which I told you guys in my first impression that was a huge deal for me because I don't like it when you go like this and then like it sticks and there's like lip gloss goo. Like, I don't like that. It's not attractive. It's so like a 2-year-old playing with lip gloss kind of a feel. So all day long, it worked pretty well. I drink a lot of water throughout the day, like legitimately every second. Like I will drink bottles of water like this, and I go through several bottles of water throughout the day, and I noticed that it didn't come off as I was drinking it. I ate with it, and it did come off a little bit, but what I did notice was that it throughout the day, it kind of mattified and became like this glowy green kind of, not necessarily a stain, but a matte version of that lip gloss on my lips. And I can't really give a definitive answer about how many hours it was that it lasted, because again, I was at work, and it was a lot harder for me to keep track of the lip gloss versus the eyeshadow, because, you know, at the end of my workday, I can look at my eyeshadow and things like that. So, but I will say it did last for quite a few hours. It lasted longer than I expected it to, for it being a lip gloss in general, not just because of the brand or because of the price, but, you know, just a lip gloss in general. It lasted relatively long. So I guess it was really worth that $5.99 or whatever it was that I paid for it. Overall consensus. This product is amazeballs. I like it better than I do BH Cosmetics, but then again, I like a lot of things better than BH Cosmetics. I might even go as far as to say that I like it better than e.l.f. And even some of my Sephora palettes, I like this palette better than my Sephora palette as far as the pigmentation. I'll let you see it again. But just as far as, you know, like the pigmentation goes, and the application, the biggest downfall I would say is that I feel as though it works better with its given applicator, versus using my own brushes. That's probably its only downfall. But then again, at the same time, it's not that bad of a downfall, because, you know, let's say you're in a pinch and you're like running late and you're switching pocketbooks. You could literally just throw this whole palette in your bag, and you could throw this primer in your bag, and you're good for the day, because the applicator, in my personal opinion, works better than your brushes. Then again, I'm no makeup professional, I'm no makeup guru, so I'm just really starting out in this area of like life. So this is just what I feel works best for me. Would I use this on an everyday basis and sub it out for my everyday palette, which currently, this is my makeup bag. My everyday palette that I keep in my bag, for the month of September at least, is my Too Faced Chocolate palette. Would I sub it out for that palette? No. I honestly can't say that I would. And not just because of the fact that, you know, it's an all blue palette, and I don't know about you, but I'm not rocking all blue every day as a natural eye look. I mean, maybe if I, you know, worked out in Vegas or something, or on Sunset Boulevard, but I don't. So I'm not going to be rocking blue every day, especially in fall or winter. Not in the state of New York. So, would I use it every day? No. Maybe if it was the orange and the brown palette that I had seen that they were completely sold out of, I would probably try it. Sure, why not? To do tutorials, absolutely. If I were giving it to my little cousin who's just starting to get into makeup, if I had to make up a makeup bag for her, I would absolutely put this product in there, because it's inexpensive and it is relatively good quality for its price. Again, this was $3.99. I mean, you can't really beat that, getting pretty good quality makeup for $3.99. So, I would definitely give it away to someone who's just learning how to use makeup, and I would grab this essentially in like a pinch, in a very, 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 very quick pinch. If for whatever reason, I did want to do a blue look and I couldn't find any palette that I was really feeling, I would absolutely use this. If for whatever reason I had ran out of my Urban Decay primer potion, and, you know, I would, because I was gonna contemplate using the paint pot from MAC, but I think I might even like this a little bit better than the paint pot from MAC. I don't know. I don't know. Again, this is my own personal opinion. So, yeah, my overall consensus, go out and buy it. It's a great buy. If you're new to the makeup world like I am, and you don't want to spend all this money on the higher end products, you know, or you can't spend all of it on the higher end products, this is a really great buy. You can get it right there at Rite Aid, or you can go on their website and call it a day. So that's my review of the brand Jesse's Girl. Do I intend on buying more products from them? At $3.99, absolutely. I'm very interested in trying that orange, brown, fall, pumpkin, Halloween looking kind of palette. I already have the primer, so I think this will last me a while, especially since I don't intend on using it every day. And I've seen so many really good reviews about the loose powder, and so many people are saying that the loose powder is amazing. So I would definitely go and, not the loose powder, the loose pigments. So I would definitely go and try the loose pigments. So yeah, I absolutely like the palette. I did, and I would definitely grab it in a pinch. What do you guys think? Have you guys tried it? If you have, let me know in the description box down below. Tell me what you think, what you thought of the palettes and the primer and the lip gloss. Tell me what you guys think. I personally thought that it was a really, really good buy. So that's it for this review. And really quickly, because I made it a point to not wipe my makeup off as soon as I got home, so that way I can do my review with my makeup on. Yeah. I'll show you my eye look really quick. So this eye look was made up completely with my MAC palette that I just created. So this is the palette. If you'd like to see a tutorial on how I created this look, or if you would like to, no, because I created this palette in a very specific kind of a way. So if you want to hear how I created it, or why I created it this way, and if you want to see a tutorial of how I did this overall look, just leave a comment in the description box down below. So that's it. At this point, I think I'm just rambling. So thanks for watching. Thank you for commenting, subscribing, and rating, and sharing, because as we all know, sharing is caring. And I want to say welcome and thank you for subscribing to all my new subscribers, and to all my subscribers that have been with me since day one. You know how much I love you. You know how much you mean to me. And thank you for following me through all these crazy adventures. So thanks for watching. I'll be seeing you guys later. And be sure to follow me on Instagram for kind of like spoiler alerts of what's coming up on the channel, as well as on Twitter. Bye.